want to go home yet. I'm not ready to leave.
New day, new challenge.
Last time,
Oh, that was good. Woo.
the woodworkers each created their very own doll's house.
Teeny tiny little joints.
Misty's castle impressed.
It's quality work.
Oh my God! But Charlie shone brightest with her lighthouse.
Our Woodworker of the Week, Charlie.
There's definitely no Miami Beach houses in Wolverhampton.
Once again, Joe struggled to finish.
It's showing up some really rough finishing.
Completely agree.
But it was Tim's overly ambitious rocket house
Leaving us this week.
that failed to launch.
Tim. Oh, Tim, no.
Making stuff has been a blast.
Oh, it's quite nice just having a tiny pile of wood, you know? Definitely feeling like I've got some good energy this morning. I'm in that workshop mood, and I'm really, really ready to get going on it.
Can't believe I'm still here, and I'm really looking forward to the next challenge. Can't wait.
It's definitely becoming harder and harder to hide. The more people go, the more we're in the limelight.
We love woodworking, we love making stuff, and we're all in the same boat. As soon as we get given that challenge, our heads go down and we crack on.
OK, woodworkers, huddle in, please. Can I just start by saying well done by making it through to this third week. Stay very much longer and you'll be part of the furniture. Talking of which, that is a very bold suit you're wearing today,
Thank
Alex.
you, ma'am.
What have you got in your wood store for this lovely bunch?
Carpenters have been obsessed with designing the perfect chairs since the ancient Egyptian onwards. We're giving you the chance to show your vision for your unique chair.
We're looking for your finest ergonomics, because I need somewhere comfy to put this.
Now, as always, technicians are here to keep you safe. But there's one thing they can't keep you safe from this week, and that is the double elimination.
God damn.
Yes, 2 of you will be leaving us this week, but don't dwell on that. Think forward. So get woodworking.
God damn it!
God!
We're in this together, people.
Or out.
We're out.
It's a bit of a bombshell, 2 people going on this one. Getting through by the skin of my teeth isn't going to be enough at all.
1 elimination or 2, I still need to do what I need to do.
That's not good. I don't want to go home yet. I'm not ready to leave.
A chair is probably one of the most complicated and difficult pieces of furniture to get right. But we're not looking for something that we've seen before. We want something new.
I made 1 chair in college and they instructed me how to do it.
It's so demanding. It's almost unfair to ask them to do a great chair. They're going to reveal all their weaknesses and strengths.
The chair is the most difficult thing on the planet to design, and this is why designers spend their entire lives trying to produce the perfect one.
They have far less time than that. Just 2 working days.
Off the back of my performances on the last one, I really need to up my game, and I need to get this chair made and made well.
The woodworkers have designed their chairs in advance to the judge's brief. Their chair needs to be stable and strong while remaining light enough to move. It needs to be comfortable to sit in and easy to get in and out of. And of course, it must look good.
Heavy things, dangerous things. Who do bloody woodwork for a living, honestly?
All right.
The 3 crucial elements of chair design are the legs,
Ha! I need another one of those.
seat height and shape,
I want it to be comfortable, basically.
Everybody loves a bit of oak.
and backrest.
I'm concerned about the back because it can split quite easily.
I'm doing a lot of processes that I've never done before, and there's a lot of challenges that come with that. Ooh, that's pretty exciting.
Rada is dallying with a material other than wood for part of his chair, a see-through plastic-like resin.
That can crack and have bubbles in it. It might look horrible at the end. So, pressure's on, majorly.
Rada's unusual design is for a low-seated rocking meditation chair. Mainly made from solid oak, the backrest will seamlessly turn from wood into a tranquil mountain scene.
You've got the wood for the chair, and then you've got the resin. That's giving yourself a hard time.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be really tough, but fingers crossed it will all cure, everything will be fine.
Why are you using a material you're not that familiar with?
I think as makers that's really important, that we always try something new. So this is melamine-faced MDF.
Have you tested it?
I've never tested it. I've read a lot of forums and theory behind it.
I love the way there's an MDF forum that you can go and chat about.
It's wild, it's wild. You don't want to go too deep into that MDF forum.
Thanks, Rada.
Thank you.
Resin is dependent on so many things, but mostly temperature. But he's also got to sand it, polish the surface.
I mean, does he even need it? I mean, why didn't he just carve a perfect wooden chair?
This design could go horribly wrong. I guess only time will tell.
I don't have a clue what I'm doing. Just take it as it comes, boy. Take it as it comes.
The only thing I can do to try and guarantee that I won't be going is to win this week. Hopefully I've got a strong design, and hopefully the finish will be up to scratch.
27-year-old Joe is a self-taught woodworker who finds the work a welcome distraction.
My woodworking is mainly to keep my mind busy. I haven't got the best health. I've got a bowel condition. I get quite a lot of pain. It does have an impact on my life, but I think the woodworking helps a lot. It's a bit of an escape from the rest of the world.
To make his chair, Joe's using bent lamination.
So in between these two pieces, I'm going to lay approximately 5 layers of the ply, loads of wood glue in between, and then clamp these two blocks together to form the shape.
Hello, Joe.
How you doing? All right?
Hey, Joe, where are you going with that drill in your hand?
Hopefully nowhere.
His hopes to stay in the competition rely on his modern chair, made from a single piece of curved plywood, held upright by back legs that go up to form armrests.
Joe, I think it's got promise.
I hope I can finish it. I am confident with my design, but that's where it's going to count in this challenge, I think.
If you want to finish first you have to finish.
Definitely.
I think you can do it, Joe. You've been biding your time, and now you're just going to come in week 3.
Hopefully. I'm glad you have faith.
Well, we do. Thanks, Joe.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
He's sticking to his modernist principles.
Joe's work has been let down by his finishing on every task so far. Joe might have great ideas, but he's not able to bring them to completion.
I'm really glad that Alex likes the design, but I could see in his eyes, he's like, no confidence in me actually making it. So I need to prove him wrong.
It's looking a bit splintery, Billy.
Gonna take it down a bit now.
OK.
And then gouge it out a bit.
Yeah?
For Helen's arse. And your arse if you want.
Well, I don't know. Would this chair suit a slack-bottomed lady?
If you wanted to suit a slack-bottomed lady, I will make it suit a slack-bottomed lady.
I'm thinking maybe 2 hammocks.
Right.
Looks a bit messy where I've changed my mind a couple of times, but it'll all work out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm marking out my woman chair. I'm using myself as a model.
23-year-old art graduate Jade got into woodworking when she moved into her first flat.
I think that's pretty good. The thing that I like about woodwork is I get to populate my home with things I've made, personalising what was a really boring flat, and then realising that I really liked making furniture.
Jade's chair design is also very personal, creating an image of herself in wood to form the side panels of a unique take on a classic deck chair.
We have a picture of a naked lady.
This is myself.
You're not going to be working in the nude, are you, Jade?
No. I'd like to.
Would you?
It's very
Make it
dangerous in a woodwork
Actually,
shop.
yes, no, keep all clothes on, please, Jade. This is very much Côte d'Azur rather than Skegness, isn't it?
Yeah, I imagine it like, you know, in Cannes Festival.
It's quite a funny idea, but deck chairs are notoriously uncomfortable.
Well, then my chair will have to be lounged in for controlled periods of time.
It's for glamour lounging.
OK.
Good luck, Jade.
Thanks, Jade. See you later.
Thank you. Getting this part right is crucial because this is what carries the chair. It's the lovely silhouette. It needs to be simple, but it needs to be correct.
Feeling good. I'm currently making my little tiny mountain scene.
Rada's made the wooden part of his backrest,
Just make sure I'm happy with the scene.
ready to be topped with the resin.
Okay, we've planned it out pretty meticulously and it shouldn't be any surprises that happen. Let's do it.
The substance can be toxic as well as temperamental, so he's working outside.
God damn, this is a lot of resin. It's done. Nice! Awesome. I think it'll be a nice piece once it all comes out.
It relies on a consistent temperature to set, but Rada decides to add a little extra heat.
Now it's just the drying time that we have to wait for.
Go big or go home. I'm not intending on going home. My chair is going to involve a lot of steaming, so I've cut planks. Yeah, basically screw in like that, and then it'll just bend all the way around, get it all the way around.
Billy is full of ideas, but he has a unique way of working.
Are you kidding me?
This is very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm always curious what you're going to come up with because you don't draw it.
Yeah.
Is it a chair that you could describe in a sentence?
No, I don't think.
Billy doesn't have a fixed design for his build yet, but he wants a curvy chair, so he's using a technique called steam bending.
What is this? It looks like a sort of steamroller.
Basically, it's to bend my planks around.
Well, steam bending is the process of softening the fibres in timber by heating it and applying steam, and then you make your bend, and it stays more or less in that shape once it's cooled down.
That was a better description than I could have ever given.
It's her job.
I love it when she talks technical.
We will see you later.
Billy makes it up as he goes along. We can't predict anything.
Because it gets real hot in there.
Yeah.
I don't think Billy can predict anything either.
It's going to be good, yeah. Should be comfortable. But nobody knows apart from me.
While work steadily continues in the workshop, outside,
We got some trouble in paradise.
Rada's project has ground to a halt.
So the epoxy has gone completely wrong. It's catastrophic. It is definitely the worst thing that could have happened has happened. It's overheated, it's baked itself and every single component that's in it. It is a case of starting again with this project. Why did this have to happen on Double Elimination Week? It's melted the plastic trees. I am pretty gutted. I was definitely hoping this was gonna wow the judges. It was gonna be quite a nice little piece.
6 hours into the big build, and Rada must start again after a disaster with his resin.
This is definitely very disappointing.
Catching up will be tricky, as the other 6 woodworkers steam ahead with their individual chairs.
I've cut my first piece, and I'm now going to use it as a template to trace out my second one.
The moment has come. We're going to give it a go.
Ah,
Hot.
very hot.
Billy's bending strips of ash.
Back a bit, back a bit.
Having been in the steam box for an hour, it should be ready to bend.
Go on, roll it forwards.
He has to go slow and steady, or the wood could break, but work quickly enough while it's still pliable.
All right. It's tough.
Last bit. That's it.
All right. Yeah.
All good? Woo! That were easy.
So these are the back bits of my chair. Right? They sit about so distance apart, and they fit my back exactly. Posture. Must improve my bust.
Since retiring, 58-year-old Michelle has taken up motorbiking and martial arts as well as woodwork.
I've done an awful lot of adrenaline rush things. Now I can't see how I spent so long behind a desk.
Michelle's bespoke chair will be made to fit her own spine, with a high, straight back and oversized seat, all made from red cedar.
Can I just ask, Michelle, is this chair going to be comfortable for you, but maybe not for somebody else?
It certainly wouldn't fit anybody that doesn't conform to my structure.
That makes it even harder for us to judge, I think.
Oh, right, OK.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Right.
It doesn't look like it's something you want to sit in for half an hour or so.
It can't be comfortable for her all the time either, because everybody changes position.
That way.
Misty's one of the more novice makers in the competition.
I surprised myself on the last one, and it can only get better from here. Your motor skills improve with practice, and we've had a lot of practice over the last couple of challenges. My design has a lot of elements to it. I've got 25 legs to cut. I've got to make a ring. I've got to make a drop-in seat. So, as always, the pinch point is time. But finish or die.
Misty's battle cry suits her design. A Game of Thrones-style tub chair made from 25 oak spikes around a circular ring, finished with an upholstered cushion.
I have never made a chair before, no. So that's going to be fun.
Lots and lots of glue. This only works if it's basically half glue.
Charlie's chair is made from thin strips of oak glued together.
This is a really critical part of forming the back of my chair. It's the piece that's really making it, otherwise it's kind of boring.
Keeping things interesting, Charlie will bend these glued strips into a squared-off backrest. The whole frame will be thin and delicate, an ode to lamination.
Got to leave this to set all of today and tonight. Then I can focus on all the other stuff.
Her back rail comes up right at the point where you want a relaxing support.
It might be the perfect chair for those meetings that you don't want to last too long.
I've got 5 layers in total, which should bring it to 20 mil. If I can get away with just these 5 layers, that'll be great.
Like Charlie, Joe's under pressure laminating his wood.
I really need to get this glued, I'm sorry.
His entire chair depends on how well he shapes his plywood.
So if we get it as roughly close to the...
With the glue still wet, he forces the wood sheets into his template frame.
Can line it up again. Oh, bloody hell. These bloody clamps. It's really hard work. Not cut out for this. The more clamps, the better. And there's never enough.
Fixed in place, he'll have to wait until it dries overnight to see how it turns out.
I just hope I don't get it out and it goes from a nest to just straight back to flat.
While Joe fears the worst.
Oh, my God. Oh, dear.
Oh.
Hi, Rada.
Rada's already back to the drawing board.
Had a bit of a mishap. I've overheated the epoxy massively.
Do you understand what the issue was?
I wanted to make sure that it was staying at the right temperature, so put a little heater underneath it. It essentially just baked it.
That epoxy reaction is going to give off its own heat.
Yeah.
So by you adding more heat to it, you've just superheated the whole system.
What's next?
I do have a backup plan, going back to wood, which actually I think might fit nicer with that whole meditation feel.
You're going to have to find a way of making that adversity work for you, because we want to see a great chair.
Make it work.
Rada is now hours behind the others.
I've managed to make all my leg pieces. They're all cut to length. That's making me feel like I've made some progress.
Oh, these are the legs. This is the base. I'm just undecided about where to put the screws.
To nipple or not to nipple?
Go, 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 go. She's hot, she's hot, she's hot.
As Rada sees the other builds take shape,
Oh, look at that.
That's how it should be done.
there's only one thing on his mind.
The skills challenge coming up, it would definitely be really nice to have that relief of immunity this week.
OK, woodworkers. Woodworkers, please stop what you're doing and follow me. It's time for the skills challenge. I know you love it. Follow, follow.
Their second weekly challenge tests the woodworkers on a key technique, whatever the weather.
Woodworkers, I feel like we've come away on a Scouts and Brownies outdoor adventure weekend. Dib, dib. Alex and Helen will reveal what today's skills challenge is going to be.
You must whittle as many teaspoons as possible within the challenge time.
They can be of any design, but they must be identical and they must be well finished.
OK, you've got 90 minutes on this challenge, woodworkers. So get whittling.
Whittle.
This is cool, no?
With 2 people leaving the competition this week, it isn't just Rada desperate for immunity.
Because of the double elimination, I think the skills challenge is going to play an even bigger part.
This is definitely Willy Wonka's golden ticket to assure moving through the double elimination round.
I've whittled 1 spoon before. It took me a lot longer than an hour and a half.
Whittling is an ancient art, turning a piece of wood into an object, just using hand tools.
This is one of the very first things that I can imagine mankind would have done.
The earliest existing examples in Europe date back over 6,000 years.
We want to see whether any of them will come up with something a bit different.
I think they'll realise that this simple, unassuming item is actually very difficult to carve.
How can I make spoons that are innovative, pleasing, but low work?
I'm making a prototype and then I'll batch the rest out depending on the time I've got left.
I'll just do it more by eye, I think.
My tactic is to leave them as rectangles.
Charlie, I see your very sly trickery.
There was no stipulation as to what shape they had to be.
The first place to start is the bowl of the spoon.
Are you finding this in any way relaxing, Michelle?
No, this is
not at all.
No, I'm feeling really tense.
Don't... Get it out, Michelle, come on. Do you want to slap me in the face really hard?
No, I don't.
OK, do you want to punch me?
No, I want a hug. All right, here we go.
With the judges asking for as many spoons as possible, each woodworker has a decision to make.
Quantity or quality?
I'm going for 4, see how it goes.
I might get 1 done.
This could almost be a new design concept in a teaspoon.
Maybe the judges will want something a bit more traditional, I don't know.
You can also have great fun by playing teaspoon Jenga.
Ooh. Oh.
With many moving on to their handles,
It's like peeling potatoes.
Slap my spoon!
the challenge becomes more grueling.
You've got to put on a lot of force, and it's all right next to your fingers. This is extreme whittling, this is. It should be a danger sport.
A bit of claret. Pretty usual in woodworking. There's no way around it, really.
And it's proved too much for one whittler.
You all right, Michelle?
My thumb hurts, so I can't do any more with it. I've created the ugliest thing I've ever made. No chance of winning this one at all. I might as well save my hands.
With 10 minutes left, the rest are still hungry for immunity.
Done 2 spoons. Charlie, how many you done?
6.
I'm gonna do another as quick as possible.
OK, woodworkers, put your whittling equipment down. The skills challenge is over. Tools down, please, Jade. Thanking you. If you win this, you get that valuable immunity from the double elimination this week. This is a really important one, OK?
The woodworkers have whittled as many spoons as they could in 90 minutes.
OK, woodworkers, it is now time for judges Helen and Alex to have a look at your whittling work.
Whoever the judges choose to win will escape this week's double elimination.
One, two, three.
They're similar size, and the handles are quite similar.
They're a bit like wooden spoons for stirring. They're scaled down, aren't they? It's good effort.
Thank you.
3 spoons.
2.5.
2.5.
Wow.
The 2 are actually very beautiful spoons. I'd use them.
The finish is a little bit rough and ready, but I just like the delicacy.
Just the one,
Just the one.
but it's a cracker.
And I do like the little lift at the end. Gives you a chance to flick peas.
Yes, you can see where they're going, Helen. Thank you.
Would have been nice to see a second one. I like that you've weighted the bowl so that the handle sits up off the worktop.
Well, I'm a bit more critical. I think the handle's too short.
Only got little hands.
Also only delivering 1 spoon after giving up early is Michelle.
Lovely faceting on the back, but only 1.
You ran out of momentum? What happened?
My thumb hurts. And I didn't want to damage my hand, so I thought it was probably best to stop.
OK. Oh.
1 spoon and some intentions.
I didn't want to just present a teaspoon, because we've all seen teaspoons before. I'm here to present a concept.
I'm not buying it.
It's actually a really cute spoon. Very chunky, though.
Whoa. When is a spoon not a spoon, Charlie?
When it can't scoop things.
OK, the test is on.
OK. I think we've proved that it works as a spoon.
I quite like the fact that you've challenged the brief, because it's still not that easy to make them beautifully.
Well done on providing us with 6 spoons. Thanks, Charlie.
Well done, Charlie.
Taking everything into account, the winner of the precious immunity is down to the judges.
The winner is Charlie.
Done, Charlie! Charlie, that is some prize. You have just avoided the double elimination.
It would have been nice to get immunity. I just have a gut feeling that this is going to be my last challenge.
Now there's 2 in 6 chance of us leaving, and so the pressure's really, really on. There's definitely a chance that I could leave.
I'm very happy to have immunity. I did take a risk and it paid off.
OK, so it starts at an ankle rotation. OK, and the other side.
Brilliant. Final day of the chair challenge, and I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling well rested, and I'm ready to rock it today.
Just raise them as high as you can. I need to stay calm and focused. You've got the warrior queen today.
There's going to be 2 people going, so as long as I can get middle, I should be all right.
Thank you
Cheers,
very much,
mate.
Michelle.
Let's go.
Brilliant little workout, huh?
We've actually only done a warm-up, so...
That was just a warm-up.
With just 6 hours left,
Hopefully the chair's going to work out all right.
the double elimination is edging closer.
Oh, hey, oh. Oh, I quite like that.
This is a crucial moment in the build, because if this springs back too much, it just might not be usable at all.
The shaped plywood for Joe's modernist chair has dried in its frame overnight, but the clamps are coming off.
If this doesn't work out, I'm going to have to do another glue-up, which I can't afford really. I didn't see any movement then. There we go. And that's the shape of the chair. Couldn't have gone better if I planned it.
For the first time in the competition, Joe is ahead of schedule.
I'm finally sanding a project. Can you believe it?
It feels like a blooming cat. You've got some resilience there, Joe, haven't you?
Yeah, you got to just keep on, haven't you?
You've had sort of health challenges, and you've had them pretty much all your life.
Yeah, it's been from birth. Because a lot of my issues is down to pain.
You're not in pain now, are you, Joe?
It's a constant. So when I'm using a power tool, I'm concentrating that much on not hurting myself. I don't feel the pain. But it's like, it's a therapy for loads of people. Like, everybody's got stuff going on in their life.
Yeah.
They can just be able to go in your workshop, in your little shed in your garden. You shut that door, nothing else really matters.
And you create something absolutely beautiful.
If I finish it.
Not if you finish it.
When?
I've got my arms, yeah, and I've got my leg.
While Charlie's inspecting her bent lamination,
Hang on.
Jade's getting to grips with herself.
She's got lovely smooth legs, hasn't she?
Oh, yes, I've been having a lovely time.
No stubble on there.
Nope. It needs to be nice and smooth, like a woman.
Don't even go here. Don't even go, yeah. Oh, I need a sandblaster on there.
With her silhouette sanded,
So, the next step is going to be getting some holes in my woman.
Jade's giving herself a headache.
I've just guessed where these crossbars are going. If there is a way of measuring, I don't know it. I've never made a deck chair before.
You had a very clean shape to your naked Jadies, and now she's just got these tenons that come through in awkward places. There's one that goes through her head. I'm concerned that she's going to turn a good idea into a terrible finished chair.
Leg number one. It's going to slot in there like that. Just like that.
While Misty's confidence in her throne-like tub chair grows,
Oh, it's so good when it works.
I don't know what to do. I'm stuck.
Billy is still making it up as he goes along.
I'll just plonk it there and that'll do.
I'm worried about Billy because I still don't know what he's going to come up with. You won't know it until you see it.
There's nothing to measure off because some idiot decided to put a load of curves on it.
After the backrest of his meditation chair went so wrong, Rada's simplifying his design.
Yeah, so what's going to replace the epoxy instead is just going to be some nice hand-cut joinery.
He's got to the halfway line and it looks like he might just fall.
And he has slipped back a bit. It would be a real shame because he has some skills.
This is beautiful.
Well, thank you very much. Now I can just purely focus more on the joinery. It's actually better.
You know the judges love joinery.
Yes.
Joinery moves them. Joinery is their everything.
Yeah.
They don't have friends. They just have joinery.
It's going on well.
That's a bloody good joint!
In terms of the language of the chair, you're not that wide.
No, aesthetically, I wanted that sort of A shape.
Very square legs. Is there going to be any other shaping to the legs, or are they just going to be like that?
I'm going to finish them off so they're flat to the ground.
Isn't it an awkward-looking chair?
The legs are like tree trunks.
Woodworkers, 1 hour to go.
Oh, give me just a little more time.
Oh, it hugs.
This is so fiddly.
Oh, my God.
My concern is the silk might not be strong enough. Then it's scuppered, you know.
Just make sure you finish it.
I will.
You are from Finland.
Right.
You are Finnish.
I am.
The back is not how I wanted it to be. If I didn't have immunity, I'd be quite worried right now.
This is some bold engineering you've got here, Jade.
Yeah, it still remains to be seen whether it actually works.
OK. OK.
Come on.
There we go, that's spot on.
How many do you need?
Keep them coming.
I'll be the Debbie McGee to your Paul Daniels.
Size too shabby.
We're just putting some finish on it.
OK, woodworkers. That's it.
Last screw's going in.
Time's up. Time to relax, have a little cup of tea and sit down in a chair.
2 days of back-breaking work are done. But next, the judging.
Off the back of the last 2 projects, it feels nice that I managed to complete. I couldn't have gone any better, I don't think.
I just hope what I've done is enough to get me through.
Managed to get something done. Don't know if I'm necessarily proud of it.
It's been 2 days of hard graft, and no one's been sitting down on the job of creating a bespoke chair from scratch. It'll be down to the judges to decide which 2 woodworkers will be unseated in this week's double elimination. Joe has crafted a modernist chair from plywood bent into an S shape, with contrasting angular armrests and back legs.
Whoa. You haven't tried to reinvent the wheel, you've just tried to make a really good, very simple chair. It's turned out really well.
Now I'm just going to check
she's
the
getting
comfort I'm in. This is a very comfortable chair.
I'm glad.
Very comfortable. And I feel like I could sit here for a good half hour. And
So,
here we go.
Let me try.
He's going in.
The arms are there to help you, and that's a very strong joint, so I can really push off it. This is a really good chair. I'd want it in my house.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much.
Jade's produced an experimental take on the classic deck chair, using her own silhouette and black satin, designed for the beach in Cannes.
The beach lounger. I like the sort of boldness of the silhouette. I'm just thinking of moving it around on the sand. I think it can't compete with the lightness of a traditional deck chair.
I'm going to get in. OK, let's perch myself in the front, slide in, and here we go. I think I could spend about 5 minutes in this before I'd have to get up and stretch.
Yeah. It needs tweaking.
This is a bold design, but despite that, it's let down by the execution.
Misty has surrounded an upholstered circular seat with 25 oak spikes to create a regal tub chair.
I really like the look of the chair. I love the shape. You know, there's a very architectural feel to it. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it's not as strong as it looks, but it's otherwise a very elegant piece of work. And I applaud your precision, as usual.
Thank you.
Michelle's designed a chair to fit her own spine, with a delicate backrest and chunkier seat and legs.
So the chair of correction is completed.
Correct.
What you've said is, here's a chair for my posture, and therefore it's not for anyone else. For me, I want chairs to be comfortable for almost everyone. The relationship of the legs to the seat and the back seems another family tree. They're big legs.
I'm going to test this, see if it suits me. Oh, hello. You know, funnily enough, this is not an uncomfortable chair. Thank you.
Billy's design is finally revealed to the world and himself, with curved legs, armrests and back.
You did it without drawings, didn't you?
Yep.
You've been steam bending.
Yep.
And it's a little bit rocky, no?
That is a flaw.
That's the floor, is it?
Definitely
So that
is,
should
yeah.
change when I
Yes.
turn it around. OK.
See? See?
OK. Helen, would you like to test?
I would love to test this. OK, so the armrests are nice. The height from the seat to the ground suits my legs. It's just a little bit uncomfortable back here. Easy to get out, so that's a definite bonus. Your steam bending technique, I think you've just done that really well.
Thank you.
It's a strong, practical chair.
Immune from elimination, Charlie has made a minimalist cube of a chair from delicate laminated oak strips.
It's a very elegant chair, and that's because you use square profile. Not round spindles, but square.
I do love the curves.
Yeah.
But your seat's very deep.
It is very deep, yeah.
I place myself in here.
There's about half a foot.
Yeah, I
about
should
half
have
a foot
designed
behind
it
me.
so it was further in a little bit, yeah.
Other than that, I actually very much like the chair.
Thank you.
Finally, Radha's ground-level meditation rocking chair with his redesigned backrest is the height of simplicity.
So your chair's had a difficult journey, hasn't it?
Yeah, it definitely has.
Now you've pulled it out in the last moment. Amazing you did that, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to try this.
Sure thing.
Get zen, Helen.
I'm not sure that the rocking is as pleasant as I was hoping it's going to be because of the way it stops back here. Quite jarring.
Yeah.
You always do such nice joinery, but I think the underside is the more interesting bit, and the top is a bit, I'm not really sure.
OK, who's top of the forest? Who is in the canopy?
Misty has presented a very strong-looking chair. I liked the kind of the movement as you walked around it, and I thought that that was really clever. I think we both agree that Joe is looking very strong.
I thought it was top-notch work. Very straightforward, but also quite sophisticated.
Now down in the slightly mildewy stumps, who do we have residing?
I think we have to talk about Jade. Good idea, but just really bad execution.
It was big, it was heavy, it was complicated.
Who's down there with Jade?
I'm afraid it's Michelle. She's made a piece which it lacks coherence. I think its own identity isn't strong enough.
Is anybody else keeping Jade and Michelle company in the stumps?
Sadly, Radha. It was uncomfortable, so it was an awful lot of work that created a chair that just didn't work for me.
So we've got 2 people leaving us this week. Are you in agreement as to who's going to be going?
I think we've agreed with one. I'm not sure who the other person is going to be.
Right.
For 2 of the woodworkers, their time in the competition will be over.
I really, really want to be there for the next challenge. I hope my chair is going to be good enough.
At this point in the game, any small mistakes will be enough to kick you off, unfortunately.
At least if we don't go alone like Tim and Chantal did, you know. At least we've got each other to console.
Woodworkers, huge amounts of respect and also congratulations. Your chairs caressed and then kicked serious butt. But one person really stood out for the judges this week. And I'm delighted to announce that our Woodworker of the Week is Joe. Well done, Joe.
Thank you very much.
And now for the more difficult part. So, 7 woodworkers were set the task to make 7 chairs. 1 granted immunity to the next round. Well done, Charlie. But I'm afraid for 2 of you, the forest is about to get just a little bit darker. I'm really sorry to announce that the 2 woodworkers leaving us this week are Jade and Michelle. We're very sad to see you both go.
I saw it coming. I went out with a bang. I got to flash the whole British nation. Not many people can say they've done that.
Well, I'm disappointed. This has been an amazing experience for me. I've stretched myself beyond all my expectations.
On one hand, I should be relieved. But on the other hand, I really feel like I should have left this week.
Well chuffed. I'm happy with the chair, over the moon with the judges' feedback, and you got to love a win. And I'm going to try and make all the way to the final now.
Next time, the woodworkers go wild,
Fairly big. Big enough to play with.
creating animal sculptures.
This is completely out of my comfort zone.
One will be crowned Woodworker of the Week,
It's bonkers and it's great.
and one will be going home with their tail between their legs.